I'm joined with Ami Horowitz. Ami, the wins keep on coming for the Trump administration. With Russia releasing a US hostage, the White House secured the release of Pennsylvania teacher Mark Fogel, who had been wrongfully detained for almost 4 years in Russia after being arrested with legally prescribed marijuana. Let's hear from Mark Fogel.
I feel like the luckiest man on earth right now. I want you to know that I am not a hero in this at all. And President Trump is a hero. These men that came from the diplomatic service are heroes.
And earlier today, we heard that negotiations to end the war in Ukraine are set to begin after President Trump had what he called a lengthy and highly productive conversation with Vladimir Putin. Ukrainian President Zelensky has welcomed the push for peace. Now, Ami, what is the timeline for these negotiations? We know Donald Trump said that he could secure peace in record time. And is that achievable after 3 years of war?
Yeah, first of all, it was great to see another American hostage released from the clutches of Putin and Russia. I think that they moved in far more and with alacrity to get him there, as opposed to Biden, which took him years actually to call Mark Fogel wrongfully detained. Whereas he moved very quickly to get Briner out and traded for the merchant of death, Victor Bout. As in regards to Ukraine, Europe, and the United States, I think what you're seeing here is absolutely fascinating. First of all, it looks like we are going to be moving very, very quickly towards a deal. And you're seeing the Europeans actually fall in line with their rhetoric to align with Trump. You're going to see a lot of that with the Munich Security Conference happening. You're going to see a lot of their rhetoric, in fact, start to mirror and echo what Trump is saying. And what he's basically saying is, guys, we have to have a deal here. This can't go on forever. Russia, you're not going to take Kyiv, and Ukraine, you're not going to take back Donbas and Crimea. That's the deal. And that's the deal that's going to be made, I think. And I think hopefully also thrown, I think it's important for us not to include Ukraine in NATO. I've been against that from the beginning. I'm still against it now, and I think so is Trump. And I think the sad part of this is that we all knew this is where it was going years ago. Yet it's still Ukraine had to, to expend blood and treasure to essentially be at the same place where it would have been 3 years ago. I think also what has been talked about, and I think is great, is Trump is saying, look, we have been funding Ukraine for years, rightly so. At the same time, hey, Europe, you have to pay more money, right? You are in their crosshairs. You are on the same continent as Russia. You have a responsibility. And in fact, he's gotten to do that. Moreover, I'm also glad to see they're telling Ukraine, this is not cost-free. Like, we are funding you guys, but essentially we want to be paid back. I think the idea of us making a deal for the important mineral resources and to buy them from Ukraine, I think is great. I think it's important. I think this can't be cost-free. And I think ultimately that's what a deal's going to look like. And, I don't know if he's going to win the Nobel Peace Prize for this. He didn't last term when he should have, when he brokered the Abraham Accords, which was like low-key one of the greatest foreign policy accomplishments in the last 50 years. Didn't win it for that. Let's see if they pass him over now for your Ukraine deal.